Hello folks, welcome to the Friday forecast. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the market. Here we have EU and we have finally broken out of this range. I think I already mentioned that yesterday. We did get a really nice push up, so that was a really good sign. So let's replay this price action. Let's see what happened. We did get this really nice push and I did like this to buy, to go long. But what happened then, we got a large wick and then we got sort of an aggressive retrace. So let me show it to you. We did get this retrace and it was sort of aggressive, but I was still happy to take a trade if we got more of a range and then a break and retrace, and then we form a nice flag to go long. But what actually happened, so we got the counter trend move and then we continued down. And then the entry candle was right here. So at this point, this looked more like a V reversal than a nice flag. It looked more like a V, to be honest with you. And I just did not like this price action, especially after getting the large wick and this sort of aggressive retrace. I wanted to see more of a range in this area, which we did not get. We just continued down. So for me, this did not fit my plan. And it would have been a 1% loss for me personally, so it's good that I did follow my plan. And at this point, I am expecting to see a larger range. I'm expecting to see something like this, because Mondays and Tuesdays are predominantly range bound. And today is Friday. I'm not trading after 5 p.m. on a Friday. That's just my rule, and that's according to the London time zone. So London 5 p.m. I'm not trading. And for this pair, I'm just waiting for the break of the low or the high. On Monday and Tuesday, I am expecting a larger range. Since they are more predominantly range-bound days, we don't really see much trends. And just do be careful about these liquidity areas. So below and above the range, we have people where they keep their stops. Right here and right here, those going long, those going short, trading the range, so definitely be careful of that. What I would like to see to look for a trade, I would like to see another push up and then a nice flag. That would be good, because then that would actually signal a trend to the upside. We would have a push, pullback, another push, and then, as I said, an entry continuation pattern. Also, what I would like to see maybe that we form a nice clean ascending structure and then a nice reversal down. Look to sell, of course. Or if we do descend and then get a nice reversal down here, something like this, I would look for a nice reversal trade and a nice flag to go long, of course. Another possibility is we can get maybe some sort of a V and then a range. And then if we push down, I will look for a trade, but not really seeing that happen, because this is not starting to look like a V reversal. It's just starting to range around. So I'm expecting just to see more of a range, to be honest. And that's it for EU. So currently being more patient. If we break the high and continue with momentum, I would look to buy. That would be the best possibility for me. It would signal that the trend is going to continue. So let's see what will happen on Monday and Tuesday. Now for the euro and the Japanese yen, we have a data change right here. Don't really know why, but it happens. So what happened is we did break the low, got some nice momentum, ended with a huge wick, aggressive retrace. We got a V reversal actually, and then I was expecting more of a range and another push up, which we did not get. Instead we pushed up, got a crazy news candle. As you can see, we can identify news candle by not even looking at the news. I don't look at any news, but I know that with a huge wick up and a huge wick down, this is just some crazy news candle. And then we broke the high, retraced. So we are forming this sort of an ascending structure, and this doesn't look clean, especially when you kind of squeeze in the price action a bit. You can see we are kind of stuck in this area. So for me personally, I really don't like this. What I would like to see more of an ascending and then a nice reversal, but I would like to see a cleaner ascending If we do descend at this point, that would signal to me a larger range. Since going from a ascending into descending, usually we tend to get range bound market, Also, I am looking for a large push up, look for a trade. After an ascending, we can get a push up. That is a characteristic of the euro pairs. And if we do get a large, nice, clean push down, I would consider taking a trade. Again, prior price action is a bit of a warning sign to me, but if we get a clean push, I would look to sell. And that's about it for EJ. Currently it's not looking that good. I want to see a bit more. I want to see it clean up, cleaner price action, and a high probability setup. Now for the Aussies, Aussie US dollar, there was an opportunity to enter. So let's see what happened. At this point I did like this price action. We came from a descending structure right here, descending. We then reversed to the upside. We got a nice clean push right here, continued up, and then we create double wicks. So at this point, to look for a flag, I wanted to see a bit more of a range and then a nice break and retrace. Then I would consider taking a flag. So what actually happened, we got this sort of an aggressive retrace, but not really aggressive. I would actually classify this as an okay retrace, not a warning sign. So then at this point we got a counter trend move and I wanted to see more of a range, something like this, then a break and retrace. But what actually happened, we continued down. As you can see, we got a momentum shift right here with this one large bearish candle. And another thing is that when I want to see a flag on the Aussie pairs, especially on the Aussie and US dollar, I want to see a immediate break and retrace like this of the first flag low. But what actually happened, we continued down, which to me signaled that the momentum is to the downside, and it would be a larger flag for me personally. And I don't take larger flags, I only take smaller flags on the Aussie and US dollar. That is one characteristic. So when I see it break this first flag low and continue, that's an immediate no trade for me personally. We did then get an entry candle. This would be the entry candle for the flag, but as I said, the flag was large. We broke the first low and continued. Those are the two warning signs. Also double wicks. We did not get much of a range. When you combine all of the factors, this was just not a good trade for me personally. And then we did continue down, so I would have been stopped out. It's good that I did follow my plan. At this point, I'm expecting to see more of a range. Same as on the Euro US dollar, to be honest. No need to repeat it. Just going to go through it quickly. We have the liquidity areas. Watch out how we break the high, how we break the low. Do we just break and retrace, or do we actually break and get some nice momentum behind the break? Also, do look for an ascending or a descending structure. So something like this. Do look if we ascend into the liquidity area and then we get a nice reversal down, or maybe if we descend into the lower liquidity, just a second, if we descend into the lower liquidity area and then we get a nice reversal to the upside, look for a nice push up, a nice flag to go long. So that is it for AU. This also looks maybe like a V reversal, not really, but it can be classified as one. Then look for this sort of a pattern, but again this looks more like a descending structure, to be honest, with these candles. So yeah, nothing really high probability. Wait for the break of the low, break of the high. Do look if maybe the price will continue pushing up. If this was just a pullback, do look for something like this. But again, be more patient. The price action is not looking that good overall. Now for the Aussie Japanese yen, this one looks the worst out of all of the pairs. There was no opportunity for me to enter anywhere in the price action. We did form this descending structure right here, as you can see, and we did reverse to the upside. We got double wicks, bit of a pullback, continued, then we broke the high retrace, broke the low retrace, got this news candle. This was some sort of a news on the Japanese pairs. That's what I can tell, because we have huge wick up, huge wick down, and now we're just ranging between the low and the high. So there was actually no opportunity to enter, and the overall price action, looks very range bound and is not really showing me anything. So I'm definitely being more patient with this pair also. I'm expecting a range like this, and I want to see a large impulse up, look for a flag, or a large impulse down, look for a flag, or maybe a nice clean ascending. Do keep in mind the Aussie Japanese yen reversals like this don't really tend to work out, so they really need to look really clean in order for me to take them. And same thing to the downside, look for something like this, a nice reversal. So that is it for the forecast. The market overall is looking range bound. It's not showing me anything. I'm waiting for the next week. Maybe we start to get some moves. I am doing the verification for the FTMO, so let's see if I will pass maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks, or maybe in a month's time. You can never tell. But one thing to note, when the market is range bound for a long time, it can start trending because the buyers and the sellers are accumulating. So I would say be prepared. Maybe we start to see some moves very, very soon.